Hello, TheSpoons313 here from 313 Games, and this is TheSpoons313's gaming acquisitions again. And today I'm going to just quickly show you, in this one shot at the moment, something that my wife came across for free the other day. I've got an awesome, I think there's enough light in here, but I hope you can see it. It's an awesome X11 Advanced X Station tower that I got for absolutely free. So dark in here, you can't really see anything. There we go, how about that? It's a lovely little tower, and not only is it a nice tower, let's just do a little zoom in so you can see the X11 there. Just let the focus in on that. Bum, bum, bum. Yes. I'm going to be building this into a standalone Minecraft server for Mr. Spoon's Minecraft World, where we'll all be able to connect to this machine that runs just the server specifically and some backup. And with this case, which is nice of course, there was no board or anything in it, but I've got quite a lot of let's just slide this around on the floor like that. It's got some fans in it that came with it as well. What we've got two on the back side of the panel there. I'm not sure if they're LED or light up fans. Oh, I think they are. Yeah, I think I can see. I need to just zoom in here. I think I have to wire in an LED loom for that. Come on, Folky. Come on, focus. Yeah, just about there. You should be able to see that. So they got two massive fans there. I've got an extra one that's sat in the base of the case there, which fits onto the back of the unit. That's the back of the unit, nothing special. But the other decent thing about this case I was really happy about for absolutely free is I've got a 750 watt ATX power supply. 750 watts, just zoom in. It's a Tesla ATX power supply. It's ripping the carpet up, little bugger. There we go, 750 watt power supply. So we're going to have my brother come over because I'm disabled, so I can't do it on my own. I'm going to have my brother come over, he's going to give me a hand, and we're going to build this into a server. Now, parts for the server are just over here in the corner of the room in that white case. It's actually got an AM3 motherboard in that, but because that case is quite old, it'll actually overheat in there quite a lot, so I'm going to take that out. I've got another motherboard on the top of my TeleSports box, which will be another video at some point. That's got a nice little quad core board in there. It needs a bit of soldering work, and then that's going to be built back into that case. And then you'll see over in the corner here, the carpet has just been ripped up by the door. If we hang around long enough in this spot, you might see why. Flopsy! Here, look. Flopsy! A certain rabbit is destroying my carpet. That's Mr. Flopsy. Why are you destroying my carpet, Mr. Flops? Mr. Flops. Oh, look, he's going to have a little lay down now and enjoy what he's just done to my carpet. Lovely jubbly. So yes, we have my rabbit, my wife's rabbit Flopsy, and my guinea pig Maisie, or I like to call her Maisie Moo. Maisie Moo! I actually talk to her, sometimes she talks back to me. She's too hot and bothered. Anyway, I thought I'd just quickly show this case. So it's going to end up being built up into my Minecraft server, but there's one important thing I have to do, and this is something I do if I spot this one little thing on anything at all. This. Oh, the light's so bright you can't see it. Yeah, there we go. Huh? Oh, hang on. Alright, go on. My wife's going to go and sort the rabbit out.
That's the other one on the other side.
Go on, Flopsy, in you go. Flopsy. Flopsy, Flopsy, Flopsy.
Stop kicking out. There you go.
Right, let me just pull this side panel just over here slightly because there's too much light on it. Ah, there we go. it's got this horrible little scab on the side of the case, and I simply must get rid of this horrible thing because I can't stand Apple product. Sorry, Steve Jobs, I just cannot stand your crappy Apple rubbish. Bin, and there it goes in the bin. And there we have it. That's going to become the Minecraft server case. I'm going to have to give it a clean up. I'm just going to pop the side panels on it and just leave it where it is for now. And that's that. I just wanted to quickly show it off, and I'll just finish by going through my Minecraft characters that I have on my desk. Get him, Steve! Get him with your Minecraft! Get him with your diamond armor, Steve! Sam's here to help me today, and I did make a little video a while back about picking up this lovely X11 Advanced, what was it? Advanced X Station. Let's excuse my camera's focus. It doesn't like to focus that much, especially in low light. I'll try my best. There you go, that's pretty good. So yeah, it was the empty case. Well, it's empty all apart from a 750 watt power supply, which I need to test. And all the guts that are going into that are hopefully going to become our standalone Minecraft server, which a secret player can also be loaded onto, which we're going to do. And obviously just behind my door here, there's a PC that's sitting in a really old case which needs modifying, and hopefully I'll be able to unlock 2 hidden cores on the dual core AM3 processor that I've got in there. I can't remember the exact stats, but hopefully it's one of the ones with core unlocker, where some of the dual core AM3 AMD processors are actually quad core processors that have 2 cores locked out, so they run and look as if they're dual core, and I'm hoping that this is one of the ones that falls into the bracket. So what Sam's going to help me do is he's going to dig that out for me. We're going to plug it in and check it over, and then once we've made sure everything's alright and it's possible to do what we want to do with it, and then Sam will help me and we'll get the guts out and we'll put it in here and build our standalone server. And it's not the end of the day, not the end of the road for the other tower over here either. No, that tower is going to be rebuilt with another board on top which needs soldering. It's in that anti-stat bag you'll be able to see there. That's going to be rebuilt, but the case is going to need to be cleaned up and sprayed silver and messed around with. So, you know, once it's empty, it will give me a chance to actually do that. So yeah, we're going to cut now and we'll come back once we've pulled it out and got it all plugged in and running and see where we are. Alright, we have the system loaded up. Sam's helped me moved everything for me, and we've got it set up so I can have this extremely short bloody mouse. I mean, that's about as long as the lead is. Extremely short mouse on my leg here. And what I need you to do, Sam, is to film the screen.
Okay.
Alright, and get it decent on the screen. So make sure it's all nice on the screen. Here you are. Got an Asus M4A77TD Pro motherboard. Press Dell, we can get into the setup. The time and the date seems to be alright. It's detecting the hard drive, it's got 3500 in it, so 320 gig hard drive. An AMD Athlon 2 x T 254 processor. 4 gigs of memory. The advanced stuff, see what's going on. Jumper free configuration. Maybe overclock tuner. Select target frequency and relevant parameters. Just going to look here and see if the CPU can be unlocked. Not sure where it bloody is, but if it's there I'll find it. CPU configuration. Right, got error. This option should remain the same for the normal operation, driver development, blah blah blah. That's a microcode updation. Updates the microcode, tells you how to use the CPU. Virtual machine. That's usually enabled on every computer I use. Cool and quiet, ACPI and SRAT. Advanced clock calibration. Let's put the microcode shit. Oh, it's already enabled. Oh, good. Chipset. Northbridge. DRAM. Seems to be alright. ECC configuration. Primary display driver graphics. That's it, it's onboard devices. I can play OS. No, it doesn't matter if I can't overclock it, because what I'll do is I leave it. I'll build it into. We'll get it built into the other one, and then as soon as I upgrade my other computer, the chip that's in there, the FX. It's not the 4100. It's not the pile driver. It's oh god, what is it? A quad core, 4.2 gigahertz per core. AMD FX. I'll put that in here just to run the server. So I want to get an octa-core to run in my.
Oh, what? We're using the white one for the server.
Well, not the white case. The white, it needs to be taken out so the white case can be modified.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I just wanted to see what's going on. Legacy support's on and all that guff. So on.
Sorry for it, unfocusing quite a lot.
Oh, it's 41 Celsius without even doing anything. Core voltage. Smart Q fan. That's all just fan stuff. Boot devices, USB, then SATA, then CD-ROM. See, that's wrong, it shouldn't be that way round. It should be CD-ROM, then SATA. I don't know why it's run that way. It should be CD-ROM, then SATA. Full screen logo, blah 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 blah. Hit Dell display, error message, security. Let me ask for that. Tools. What's Express Gate? Press enter to run the utility select and update BIOS. Is utility. What's FAT, NTFS, and CD read disk? I haven't got any of that. Not sure what this is. Start easy. No, it's not what I was on. Auto. This timer, reset user data. Realtek LAN cable. Shit. Take 3 to 10 seconds to diagnose LAN cable. Leave that disabled. Right, we'll press F10 and let it boot up. And then the only other thing to do is just to get the guts out of this and put them in the other one.
Which we'll do off camera, right, bro?
Pretty much.
I keep having to switch between
We'll
arms.
just do some.
To be fair to me though, it hasn't been too bad. It's been focused quite a lot.
That's alright.
It's not been too wobbly.
Just let this load up again and see if that same problem occurs, because that's not cool. But I know this board can support quad and everything, so it can still be upgraded. It will just be until I can get an updated chip for my gaming PC.
Yeah.
And then that chip out of there will come in here. I had a dual core chip before I put in the board. It was dual core, but the board unlocked the 2 secret cores and overclocked it all the way up to, I think it was a 3.8, and it made it 3.8 quad core, which was cool. I mean, speed wise this should still be pretty good. It's an Apollon 2. It's I think it's, what was it, 2.8 or 2.9? I should have read it in the BIOS, but the heat here is, oh, stifling, it's horrible.
You can see what the screen looks like right now on this camera.
What's it look like? Yeah, cool.
Shining blue, and there you can't see it.
I hope it's not getting too much interference with the camera behind. Sorry, the fan behind. I feel like a poop.
As you can see, it's our sister's old computer. It's got her name on
It was
it.
one I built for a long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago. I updated Windows on it, that's why it says 2015, but it was just sat in the room, she didn't use it, so I had it back. Didn't want it going down a tip or anything like that. That pees me off. If it works, why bin it? Especially if it's an AM3 board, you know?
Yeah.
Be surprised the amount of money people waste chucking their computers away thinking, oh, it's not working anymore, when sometimes it's as simple as changing the hard drive, reformatting the computer, or swapping a stick of RAM out, which a shop will charge you in excess of like 40 quid just to look at the damn thing before they even say, oh well, it needs the entire board changing, because that way we make the most money. I mean, you know, that's the only way it can be fixed. Screw people in shops, man. They're paid to make a profit. They have no choice but to rip you off. I mean, unless your board's completely fried, just don't fall for it, man. Right, still being able to move here, which is good. See if Cortana frees me this time. No, this is working this time. Windows 10 has decided to call my computer this PC. Is there a reason? I don't know. Okay. Also, I want to try and find out what the system properties, there we are. Oh, the graphics adapter isn't here because I can't remember. There we go, it's a ×2 at 290, so it's nearly 3 gig. That's pretty damn good. That's at 580, so yeah, that's cool.
It's not focused very well.
What?
Okay, there you go.
Alright, cool. Anyway, yeah, so we've got 4 gigs. It's a Crossfire X, it's a good board. 4 gigs of memory, that's more than enough for Minecraft. Minecraft only uses 1 gig.
Yeah.
And if it's using the entirety of the processor just to run a server, that's more than enough. It's not going to run anything else on it or have the game played at the same time or anything like that. It's just going to run the server, and it's just going to be connecting, disconnecting, and that's the only program it's going to run aside from Windows. So it should be pretty good. So we'll give it a test and whatnot. Right. So if I come off of there, we'll just check the device manager and make sure everything was installed. I'm sure it was. Yeah, everything seems to be installed, which is good. I might not change the name on it. I might just leave it called Bethany PC, just to remember whose it was beforehand. Right, SYS information, that's what we want. Oh, nice and quick too, no messing about. 2 cores, 2 logical processors, that's really nice. 8 gigs of virtual memory, lovely, everything's going yes, I'm good. Windows 10 Pro, components, sound device, via HD audio's good, and the display. It's got a 512 GeForce 8500 in it. We're not going to use it for any hardcore gaming. It's going to run a server, so it's not going to need a massive graphics card. That's more than enough to run that, so that won't need changing either. So all it needs doing is building into the board. Excuse me, it is wireless, it does have a wireless device. Not entirely sure if wireless is good to run a server over, but I'll give it a shot. See how it is. It's got an onboard card I put in there for, and it's going to be in the room right next to the router, so it's not going to have to travel very far to connect in any case. If it does have problems, I'll just cable connect it, but from there it's running pretty well. So what we're going to do, I am going to shut the oh hang on, I'll tell you what I will do, because I haven't heard any sound yet. Only sound? Hang on, we haven't got, what's going on with the sound here? I've got this little Fujitsu Siemens USB sound controller plugged in at the moment. It seems that the blessed thing's been a bit of a pillock. So I need a light or something so I can see down here. I'm not sure if it's plugged in the right.
My phone's over there.
Well, if I hold the camera a minute, I'll just go and grab your phone for me. Just shine a light down here so I can see if I've got the thing plugged in the right port. I can't see. Right, which one's green? I should have it plugged into the green one.
That's green.
And I've definitely got plug. Can you just pull the jack out and plug it back in? That's it. Plug it right in there. That should be all right. Right, now you can go back to the camera.
I'll leave my phone here in case you need it.
Up on this, it might be broken. Nevertheless, I can always sort sound issues out. Oh, hang on. That's odd. What did that say? Headphone? Headphone? Let's go and quickly check the sound devices in the control panel. For some reason it's gone and set itself up to default device being headphones. That's not cool. So unless I plug something into the headphones jack, it's not going to. We need to detect the audio enhancements the following device are causing problem. It's funny that I get that on my other AM3 board.
Do you?
Would like to disable the driver enhance. Yeah, go for it. Right. Speakers ready. So this, see there, that is set as default device. We don't want that. We want that set as default device.
Sorry about the wobbling.
It's okay. Now we should be getting some sound out of this instead of the stupid headphones. Right, let's try it again, shall we? There we go.
There we go.
Perfect. Problem solved. So now we have sound. Right then. So we're going to shut the computer down. Sam's going to move it on the top. He's going to take the side off for me. And then we'll show you what's inside it. And then, well, Sam will swap him round. And we'll get it built into the other board. So let's do that. We'll be back. Right, if you look in there, this case, it's got some nice big cooling fans in it and everything, which will really help. And it's also got a 750 watt power supply in it, like I mentioned. But I don't know if it works or not yet, because that could be the reason they left it in the case. The problem with the other one is I've only got a Pentium 4 ready 300 watter in there. It's rated at maximum output 300 watts. It's
on that.
Combined 180. It's too low for this sort of board, which is a massive board. And this board actually is capable of crossfire, so it's a pretty damn good gaming board actually. I think it can have up to 16 gigs of RAM in it, maybe more. It's got extreme phase in it, so it can have 140 watt CPU support in there. It's a pretty damn good board. Seems a bit of a waste to use it as a server, but otherwise it's just going to sit there doing nothing. I have got a massive graphics card I could put in here. But anyway, off the subject. The 750 watt power supply, I've got a nice power supply tester here, which tests the hard drives, SATA ports, 6-pin, 8-pin, floppy, and then of course your main power supply. You normally test the other 12 volt rail as well. Anyway, I've got the tester plugged in. Now the tester's plugged in, it's going to create a circuit. So what I need to do is to make sure that's isolated. I'm going to plug a power lead into the power supply on there, and it could go pop or it might not work at all. Mind you, this will either work or not.
Which one am I looking at? Black one or white one?
Right. Lights are on. I'd say that's a pass. Yes, that's running.
Yeah.
Lights from the fan. Have a look underneath if you like. You can see that the lights are on. It's passed the test. And if you look up, there should be a fan underneath here. You should be able to see that fan spinning. You sure I can see that, Sam?
Yeah, I can see it on the camera.
Right, that's a pass. That's great. So we can use the 750 watt power supply. So that makes things a little bit easier. So we're going to go ahead and shut this down. That's only beeping because of the lack of power. But what it's just done is sucked all the power back out. Right, excellent. And oh my god, stuck. Pull that back and it should slot out. Oh yeah.
Now we go move some stuff from in there into there.
Yeah.
Or that will be in there.
It will be, yeah.
Most of that.
And in this
will
case,
be in there.
I'm going to. I need help on everything I do because I can't do things otherwise. I think my dad's going to help me cut the side out for me, and we'll spray it silver. Put some fans in it and that, and I've got what was it? A Pentium 4? Not Pentium 4. Core 2 Quad Pentium 775. Oh, excuse me, quad core that needs a couple of capacitors replacing. I'm going to be fixing that and putting that in here, and it'll have all the cooling it needs, and it'll have to just do with the power supply that's in there for now, but it will be changed because 300 watts is too small.
Yeah.
But then I'm always looking for spares. I'm always looking for parts because computers is my hobby. I'm stuck at home all the time. I can't do anything unless my brother comes up and helps me and things like that. My wife's got no interest in the subject, so if I go on about computer, she just tells me to shut up, which is fine. I don't blame her if it's not her thing. It's not her thing. Right, let's get to work then, Sam, I suppose.
Yeah, we'll see when we've done it.
Yeah, we'll reconvene once we've got all the parts in the bottom case.
Right.
Right. Okay. We've got the other parts from the other tower out and got them built into the new black system. I've done a little bit of cable management on it just to try and keep the board area as clear of jumbled up wires as I can, so you get some nice airflow around the CPU and the RAM and the graphics card and all that. The hard drive is right at the base of the unit. We've got the 750 watt power supply powering it, 4 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM. I've got a few loose cables because I've got some fans and that to put on. I've got a cable sort of sat down here that connects to, I think, it's a fan and a light at the front. But apart from that, we've got everything sort of built in. Sort of done the best that we can both do on this for now. And all it remains to do really is to get the side panel on with the fans and everything attached to that, and then fire the system up and make sure everything's hunky-dory.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got everything built in and it's pretty much ready to go.
Yay.
And then we'll be using it hopefully as a Minecraft server.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So yeah, we've got it running. It's a lovely case. It's got blue lights in the fans on the side here, and it also has its own buttons so you can turn the fans on and off. We'll have them on. Don't feel very powerful, but they're definitely on. Got a nice fan on the front as well. Ow! We've got a big fan on the back. It's running cool and quiet. It's really, really silent actually. You hardly hear a thing. And we've got an inbuilt USB headphones and microphone jack, 2 USBs, and an SD, MMC and MS card reader on the top, so I didn't need to put any card readers in the front or anything like that. And only one disk drive. I don't need any more than that for what it's going to be. Quite happy with that build.
Yeah.
What I need to do really is to plug in a USB device and make sure the USB device part works and see if it picks up a set of headphones. Behind you there should be some headphones. Passing the camera a minute. There should be a set of headphones behind you. Not, yeah, the white ones. They should have my jack on the end of them. There we are. So let's have a look at the... Right, here you go.
Cheers, bro.
Right.
Look at the headphones.
Yeah, you've got to knot the darn things up. I don't like that. Right. First things first. This is just a standard headphones jack to test that.
Again.
Sometimes these things work and sometimes they don't. I'm not going to be distraught if they don't. I didn't hear the sound. Hang on. Sound's off. Oh, come on. Fujitsu Simmons thing.
The light at the front, the blue, like kind of either side, it looks like a face.
Does it?
No mouth.
A bit like a transformer sort of thing.
Evil eyes. I don't know if you can see the screen from there, guys, but it's all working.
I'm going to set this to the start minute because I'm having to type it in. Thing to start. There you go.
See, it's all working.
Right, I'm just going to go and check the sound and see if it's recognised that headphones jack. When is it detect an audio enhancement following device? Would you like to disable driving enhancement? No, I wouldn't. Right. Headphones are ready. They're not. Because you're not. Oh, that didn't sound right. Like it's a very good quality jack. Seems a bit like it's a piece of crap. Let's try the. What is shutting down? Oh, I've just gone and lent on the power button, haven't I? Oh. It's not the best headset to test it with. Anyway, the thing I'm concerned about the most, I'm not really going to use a headset with it anyway, it's just the USB input. You put that back for me. So, I've got a knackered wireless card here. It doesn't really work properly, but I might pick it up once, and that's all I need to know. If it picks up one, it's going to pick up the other because they run off the same channel.
I'm zooming in on it.
What, on this?
Yeah.
Just an old neck gear. I still use one of those, 54 megabytes per second. I still use one in the bedroom and it still streams video and everything. It's more than you need, really, for, you know. Just pick up the USB, so the USB works. I'm going to pull it out though because it's broken and I don't want to install it.
What?
Excellent. Good enough.
It works.
It works indeed.
It's alive.
It's alive. Ah.
Come on, focus camera.
Let's just see if I can quickly
There we go.
connect to the internet. So avert the camera just for a minute, Sam, while I put my password in, because we're not having that on camera. Yoo-hoo! TheSpoons313 here. Just to finish off from yesterday, my brother popped my computer up on the top there and got it all set up so we can use it as the server. I can't use it as is at the moment. The computer itself does run, and it runs all right, but there's a problem with the hard drive, and I think considering the nature of what it does, it needs the hard drive replacing. So I'm going to have to, while the hard drive is still partially operational, try and clone my OS on there onto another hard drive and fit the new hard drive into this system, and then I can finally use it as a server, because at the moment it only runs for a while until the hard drive sort of conks out and then it can't find it again. I can get it to re-find it, but it doesn't last very long and it just conks out. So that's sort of it for now for the server. Until I can find a new hard drive, it's just going to have to stay where it is on top of well, it's going to stay on top of the unit, but it's not going to be switched on until I replace the hard drive. But I will get the hard drive replaced, and then that will be my server console for Minecraft, Mr. Spoon's server online. And I'll update as soon as I've got it finished and up and running. We'll make another video. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Ta-ta!